right, Sports Talker Nation. Welcome back once again. It's your host, the G-Man, as we continue with our 2016 team-by-team preview. Today we're going to talk about those Seattle Seahawks. And, boy, I have to tell you, they still have some problems. Their offensive line has always been a problem. It remains a bit of a problem. They're in flux. Their running game is now more of a question because they lost Marshawn. Beast Mode was a little bit crazy, but when he played, he was certainly very productive. Their wide receiving core has always been kind of nondescript, but that defense that they have, coupled with Russell Wilson, who has now emerged as a true number one quarterback, which, point of fact, he was that all the way. He's always been a great leader, but they finally turned the keys of the offense over to him and let him do his thing last year. He was absolutely spectacular. That defense with that quarterback, you can do a lot worse than those guys. I think they're going to be a real damn good team this year in a real damn good division, at least at the top. So I mentioned already Russell Wilson. I love him. I don't know anybody who doesn't like him. He's fast. He's smart. He makes all the right decisions. He's a guy who's willing to use his legs but doesn't take massive hits because he gets down, knows when to stay in the pocket, get out of the pocket. I can't say enough good things about Russell Wilson. I just think he's an absolute beast. I guess you look for Thomas Rawls and C.J. Prosise to split time at running back. Rawls seems to think he's going to come back healthy. He's never stayed healthy his whole season. C.J. Prosise is more of that split running back / receiver out of the backfield type. I don't know that he can carry an every down load. At the wide receiver position, there's two guys to look out for. Doug Baldwin, second half of last year, developed a kinetic relationship with Russell Wilson and was just unbelievable. Had over 12 touchdowns and just lit it up. I don't know that he can do that again, but I don't know they're going to need to because they have some other guys. My favorite being Tyler Lockett. I think this guy is a big play waiting to happen. He's not big. They like to save him for their for special teams, but it's tough not to put him on the field offensively. He can really make big plays happen. Jimmy Graham has been a major, major disappointment there, but I still think the light can turn on for him. I feel like there's not enough I can say about the defense, but I don't even know where to start. Defensive line gets incredible pressure, both up the middle and off the end. They do a rotation of players so no one gets tired. They're constantly in the quarterback's face. Linebackers, fast, athletic, run sideline to sideline. With that defensive line in front of them, they can run to the ball without being clogged up by blockers coming at them. Fantastic linebackers. Defensive backfield, what else can you say about the Legion of Boom? And they're back together now with Browner back in the fold. But they have the best safeties in the game. Richard Sherman is probably, if not number one, number two cornerback between him and Patrick Peterson. It's pretty damn close. So what more can you say about that? Pete Carroll is kind of a scumbag. He left USC in the lurch, went to the NFL, but you know what? He's been really effective. He kind of lets the inmates run the asylum there a little bit. I don't like his style, but I think in the NFL, today's NFL especially, it's conducive because guys want a little bit of leeway, and he gets some troubled players to play really, really well for him. All that said, I'm going to call for them to go 11-5. I would not be surprised to see them go 12-4. That's how good I think they're going to be. Without Arizona in that division, I think they would have a clear shot at the Super Bowl. But since I'm calling for Arizona to be one of my Super Bowl teams, I guess they win a wild card, maybe win a wild card game and see what happens in the playoffs for your Seattle Seahawks. And with your 2016 team-by-team preview of the Seattle Seahawks, as always, I'm your host, the G-Man, and I am out.